Hey everyone, this is Jeff Dedrick. We are going to get started in just 1 second here. Just to let you know, unfortunately, I've got a couple other programs that I started that might be slowing down the screen a bit. One of them is a Camtasia video that I'm running first in Sony Vegas Studio, and that's only at 72% done. And I've got another go-to webinar recording that I just got done doing, and that's converting. And those programs are both running. So hopefully that won't slow down the program too much, my screens too much. What we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to be taking you inside and show you the details of my Send Button Profits launch. As I had stated right before I started this call, that I've had two different marketers show me the inside scoops on their numbers, what they did, why they did it, how they got affiliates, the tricks and tips and all that kind of stuff. And it really helped me move forward in my business to understand what was working, what wasn't working, how money was coming in, what percents to expect. When they shared that information with me, that gave me a much clearer understanding of what I should do with my products. And we're only what are we, a week away? Not even a week away from when this site closed down. So this is brand new numbers, up-to-date numbers. The only numbers I won't have are the rebilling numbers, how many people stick over time. But I'm going to be sharing with you how I got my affiliates, what I did first to kind of lock them in, how I continued to get them to mail time and time again. Then we'll take you into the actual product itself. The admin area, show you how many people signed up, show you what they signed up for, the percents, all that fun stuff. So this is going to be a huge amount of cool information, hopefully some of the coolest stuff that you guys have ever seen inside launches before. Like I said, I've seen this only twice, and very limited amount of information did they give, nothing about the affiliates. So this is going to be maybe the first time you've seen some of this behind-the-scenes information. Let's start it right off. Like I said, I want to keep this short, sweet, and a ton of great information. Well, whenever you launch a product, think of the product being on, let me check my volume levels here first of all. Okay, I think this looks good. When you launch a product, you've got two launches going on. You've got one to the affiliates, and then you've got your product itself. And then within the product itself, you have the pre-launch and the launch. And I'll show you details on all that stuff. Oftentimes, it's the assuming that your product is good and not a piece of crap, but assuming that whatever you're selling is high quality, it's the launch to your affiliate partners, potential affiliate partners, people that you want to get on board. That is more important than your product itself. Let me repeat that again. There are a ton of great products out there that do no sales whatsoever because they don't maybe have JV partners promoting it themselves. They don't do a good job promoting it to JV partners. They don't understand what JV partners expect now or what they're looking at. I have some of my friends that send me promotions, and I'm just not able to promote oftentimes because in my business now, and I've told them this, in my business, I've grown to a point where when I do promote, it has to be for a product where I'm going to be making a certain amount of money, either in the front end or in the back end, the upsells, the continuity. I'm not able to promote $27 products anymore where I get 50%. I just had somebody randomly, they do it all the time, just sent me an email earlier today saying something about the same thing. I had a $27 product, I'll give you 50%. Nowadays, that's just not going to cut it because there's products out there that might be 47, might be 77 and on up, and they're giving affiliates definitely 50%, sometimes 60, sometimes if it's ClickBank, a max is 75, and then they're also giving money in the back end. They're giving sometimes even 100% on that first product. Then they're giving commissions on continuity programs, on multiple upsells, on downsells. All of that is almost expected now. There's got to be a way for me to make well over $100 because the metrics just don't work for me. I can make 100 sales, and if I'm making half of $27, that just doesn't make it worth. What I'm almost doing is losing money because I've got to bring in so much money with my email marketing just to cover a lot of my costs involved. So promoting to your affiliates are super important. this is the first thing that I did. The first thing you need to do is stake your date. You need to set your date. You got to make sure you hit it. So if this is one of your first launches, make sure your product is totally done before you set your date. Then set it at least 6 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks in advance. How I did it is I wanted to stake out my date of my actual launch date of October 6th. That was the one that I wanted to say, this is when Jeff Dedrick is launching this product, Send Button Profits. I don't want anyone else taking that date. Hopefully they would, like I do, write it down on a calendar so when they go to launch, they'd stay away from that date. And that's what you'll find is people are jockeying for position. All of a sudden I'll look at my calendar and go, okay, so same as launching this date. Then we've got Jeff Walker, we've got Rich Sheffrin and Kern, and you try to stay away from those guys' launches because you know that they'll suck up a certain amount of affiliates. Well, what I did is we created these pages here. All I did is I asked my partners to simply write down my launch date. That's it on the calendar. October 6th, 11 a.m. And then what I did is this is the page that I sent for Russell Brunson. You probably can't see it on the top, but it's actually Send Button Profits. Then it has his name in it. So it was made just for him. It says, Russell, I have a bribe for you. What we did is we went and we had uniforms, or I should say T-shirts or hats created with that marketer's name. So in this case, Brunson University. They could pick then, using this university logo, they could either choose this one or this one. So they could actually pick the hat or shirt that they wanted. And then all they do is if they wanted a different name, they put that in there. If they picked out a shirt, they would do the size, and then they would fill in their shipping information down below. And then I sent that out to them. Very powerful. It works on 2 levels here. I'm claiming my date on their calendar, and I've got reciprocity going on. I gave them a gift. I made up, I don't have the exact numbers yet. We haven't tabulated. This is, like I said, my launch is closed up. We're still working on things. I don't have the final numbers, but of the 78 or so shirts that I sent out, there's a certain amount of people that didn't get back to me. Either they already knew they were booked, so they didn't want to get a shirt, or for whatever reason they didn't get the email, whatever it may be. Only 50 maybe ordered. A high percent of those people did promote for my launch. So this worked very, very well. A little bribe. All right. Then, so that went out. That might have been, I don't even know, 8 weeks out. They never heard from me again until maybe 5 weeks out. I don't even have the exact date. What I did then is, and I even had my copywriter write this. In the past, I've done it myself, but I really wanted to hit these guys hard with some good copy to get them to opt in. So I sent out basically an opt-in that just told them, and the whole thing was these manly prizes. They weren't going to be your normal computer, and right now you see a lot of iPods and junk like that I've seen a million times. They don't even get me excited anymore. Most marketers don't need any more iPods. We don't need any more computers. We're just going to take the cash anyway because it doesn't get us excited. But if it's just cash, that's not going to get people excited. But I picked out things like these 2 tickets to the World Cup, along with transfers and lodging and airfare, Super Bowl tickets. That's what I picked out to get people excited. That was 2 of the prizes. So we gave them a hint at what was going on, and we had them basically opt-in name and JV email address. Then that sent them to a page that had all the information on. Now, the same time I was we had this go live, the JV page, I was sending out postcards. The first postcards, let's see, what do we got here? We kept this theme of this manly stuff. Now, again, this is going out to my friends mostly, people that I know are a good percent. So, that's the theme here. Tired of girly prizes and wimpy cash payouts? Jeff Dedrick invites you to hike up your skirt, put away your purse, and prepare yourself for the manliest joint venture contest of the freaking decade. So that was a fun theme. We just wanted to spike their interest. We wanted to make it seem fun, and we wanted to get them to the JV sign-up page. And then that was the front. We just use Vistaprint.com. That's Vistaprint.com. Whenever you order stuff through them, make sure you look on the Google beforehand for coupons. You can save 20, 30, 40, 50%. That's just a off-topic area of interest if you want to save some money. And then it's time to grow a pair. Turn over for details. This is where the address block would go right here. So we wanted to keep it fun and light. Then we drove people, again, in that first opt-in page I showed you. And then you have a page that has all the other info. I won't get into all of this, but it explains everything. When it launches, it explains the pre-launch. It explains how they're going to make money. So in this case, my product was a free plus shipping. So they received actually $10 per customer. So I'm actually going in the hole, meaning I'm losing money. You know, the U.S. was, I think, maybe $6.95 shipping and handling. International $12.95. That's pretty much a break even for my costs. Maybe the cost I might be making 50 cents or $1 in U.S. something like that. Maybe a couple more dollars on. But then you take into account refunds and all that stuff. You're basically not making money. So free plus shipping, I'm breaking even. Then I'm paying my affiliates $10 per customer. Sometimes people don't do this. Sometimes they pay a higher amount and then they don't pay for the continuity afterwards. I tried to do a mixture of both. And so far it looks like it's paid off. So they received $10. Then I have a $47 soft force continuity. What that means is people could take out continuity at the shopping cart. There's some people are saying that people that hate continuity, they wouldn't sign up because of it, or they hate it so much that they're already in a mindset they hate your product because they hate continuity. By eliminating that group of people, and about 12% of my people took that out at the continuity out right away. Well, you've eliminated those people that maybe would be doing chargebacks and refunds and all that right away. So it makes them happy. It makes us happy. On the credit card page, people were given a choice to check a box to get another membership site called I Am Guru University, Internet Marketing Guru University. That was for $19, and then affiliates would get 40% of that. Then there was a one-time offer for $97. People didn't buy that. They got half the product for $47. Then we have our another continuity coaching program for myself and Liz Tomey for $197 a month. And then what we didn't list here, we added at the last minute, we added a 14-day trial for $10 for people that wanted to, if they didn't want to get this, they saw that offer. So that's kind of a downsell to the next that continuity. And then we also were advertising boot camp. We've got a boot camp in Chicago this next weekend. And what I did do is we decided to keep the price. It originally launched to my list for $497. We were going to bump it up to $697. We decided to keep it at $497. So this one then was actually not correct, but people received 30% of this. Oh, and up here I didn't mention it. For the OTOs was 50%, downsell 50%, and the coaching 50%. And the first two continuities were 40%. All right, so affiliates like that. I did another thing where I gave them, if they drove 100 leads into my system during pre-launch, they received a box of DVDs. These are classic comedy things, and they would receive, I had pre-ordered these, and I had them ready to go. I had like 20 or 18 boxes ready to send out right away to people. And again, that works on that reciprocity. They start, right away, we were sending these out within hours. People were over 100 when we launched the pre-launch, 7 days before we launched. We had these things, people were hitting this and getting this right away. We were shipping these things out right away. People would get these, and reciprocity, they thought it was cool. They tended to send out more. And then here were some of our prizes. Typically, on most pre-launch contests, people would, if usually about 100 leads, you get about a $100 product. 500 leads, you get about a $500 product. Well, I wanted to go a little above and beyond that. But I was also combining my launch contest with my pre-launch contest, so I could afford to do that. So not counting this, people were getting about $100 in DVDs if they drove in 100 leads. Then after they got to 250 points, now this is 250 leads. So 1 lead equals a point. But on the free plus shipping offer, if they sold one of those, they received 4 points that would also go into this. So 1 point, 1 lead equals a point, or 1 free plus shipping sale equals 4 points. At the end of the launch, your points could go toward one of these prizes. So this is kind of a cooler on wheels. It's like a silly little thing. But they got portable basketball hoops and rotating 4-in-1 game tables, and this is a portable boom cooler. It's actually a speaker system, a gas-powered speedboat, shuffleboard table, a mobile bar, foosball table, 1,000 points, fighter pilot for a day, this ping pong table. I did have one kind of electronic thing because I thought it was so cool. It's a 400 disc Blu-ray mega changer. And then Indianapolis 500 tickets. There's a remote caddy. There's electric dart boards. This is a party go, and this is clickable. That goes right to the company that sells this. But yeah, you've got where you can have like a party in there where you've got a tap and speaker system and all that stuff. So we got a lot of the other things, cool pinball machines, Texas Hold'em poker table, Super Bowl package. That is the 5,000 point one. And then we've got World Cup and an these are even cooler, MMA cage for 8,000 points. We've got, this is a trailer that you pull behind. It's got a TV and speakers and a satellite and beer coolers. It's even got a portable bathroom in there. It's a total like little party thing that you would pull behind a truck or something like that. And then the man wall. People have to click that, kind of see what all they get, but it's pretty cool. So the prizes are there to motivate the JV partners to send over and over and over again. We also had access. Everyone that I had the postcard sent to. Oh yeah, here's another postcard. Then right at the end, right before we launched, we did a real postcard. So instead of being fun, bam, just hit them. What trip do you want? And we listed 3 of the cool trips, and we send them into the JV info page. How you collect names is you get on everyone's lists. When they send you an email, on the very bottom, they should have their address. It's almost like, I think, a canned spam rule that they have to show their address. Just start collecting all the names. Whenever someone in your niche, or in my case, internet marketing, if they had a top 10, a top 20 list, I would copy and paste that. I'd send it to my assistant. She would then look up addresses, and we would just grow a list. And now we have over we're over 500 different people, because I ordered 500 postcards. We didn't have enough. We needed more. So the first postcards went out to everyone, both U.S., Canada, and domestic. The second group, or I should say international, the second group, we skipped international just because we weren't sure how long it would take, and we want to be sending postcards right before we launch and have them arrive after we launch. So this one here only went out to U.S., Canada, and I think I threw Great Britain in there because I know that they receive them pretty quickly. All right, another thing you need is a JV blog. What I do on the JV blog is I never have access. So I give people access after they sign up. I give them links to sign up for full access. You want to give your product away. You want your JV partners to see every part of it. Don't make them ask. A lot of JV partners are not going to advertise your product if they have not seen it. Well, if you don't send it to them, a lot of times they're too busy to ask. I know I've not promoted just because I never got it. I don't want to go through the hassle. I suppose I could have asked and they would have given it to me, but give it to people right away. If top 100 partners, JV partners are so busy, we don't have time to ask or to even worry about, looking for or trying to get it. Just send it to your JV partners, the ones that that can push some sales. The JV blog on that, how I set it up is I allow my members, after they join, they'll get affiliate links, and then they can go in and see the JV blog. They can get excited. They can see this stuff most times for the first time, because even though I had a list of 550 people, I have a ton of people making sales that I'd never heard of before. So I'm glad that I gave them access to all this stuff. But you also don't want to do because all your partners are seeing this JV blog, you don't want to give, obviously, full access mentioned in the blog. So this is a welcome video. This is me babbling about the videos. Here's the boxes I stated. I had like 18 or 20 of these made. We had stickers made, Send Button Profits. We actually had these made before we had our logo come back. So what we should have done is, let's see, this thing's in the way here. Oops. There we go. I'm on the side here. You can't see it. I'm undocking the controls for this webinar. Let me dock it back. I'm going to close it. So we had this logo made after we made these. So ideally, you want to keep the same look. So it should have been more of these blues and greens and the same logo. I even purchased a logo. It cost me like $400, $500. It's called 99 Design. I think 99designs.com. Maybe Google it. 99 Designs. It's a kind of a cool system. I've used it twice now. In this case, we didn't use the logo. My graphics person, Eric Stafford, decided just to make up his own logo. It was kind of similar to what we got back. But what you do is you put in your ideas and your name and what you want in the logo and what it's all about, your product's all about, and graphic artists will create these logos for you. We had something crazy, like 300 different logos to choose from. And you just sit there, and it's like a process where, you know, people, it's coming down to like you have it open for like 7 days, and you give feedback. You tell people what you like, what you don't like. Bad ones you eliminate. You get it down where people start knowing, understanding what you're looking for, and they will, at the end, you just pick one. The money is, you've already escrowed it, so the system already has the money. And once you get your logo design and all the files, whatever you're asking for, you know, Photoshop files or the, I don't even know the words. I always just tell these guys, tell me what to ask for, the image vector files, I don't even know. Just whatever files you ask for, once you get them, then the system releases the money to the graphic, the winner, whoever created the winning logo. It's pretty cool. But we didn't even use it, so, you know, maybe a $500 waste. But what I did is I had my graphics guy then create, I had actually three graphics people working on this. I had the main guy, Eric Stafford. He did all the formatting for the sales pages and also for these pages. You know, he made up this stuff. He did all this stuff here. He did that. And then I had another person do like this type of stuff, the headers and the footers, and combine things in. And then I had someone else do like some of this stuff, the different logos on the side. And what you want to use your blog for, JV Blog, is complete update on everything that's going on. This here, top affiliates by points, my system updated this in real time. So this has to do with the points. And it was once we saw that we had enough affiliates for a top 10, then we had the system start tracking the top 10. Then once we saw we had a good amount of affiliates making points for all the way through a top 20, then we expanded it to the top 20. So these are the names of the people that have been pumping the most points into our whole system. So I would update this JV blog and send emails out to everyone we captured in that very first opt-in page at least every 24 hours. I recommend every 12 hours. This is what JV partners like. They like to see their name and you know, rising up, and they want to see themselves in the top 10, and they you want to give constant updates. I was updating this oftentimes every 12 hours. And sure, they could log in and see what place they are, but they know if an email is being sent out, and say if they were in, like say if Paul was in 10th place and he's jumped to 6th, well, he's going to be motivated to keep jumping. Or if he's dropped, say if Frank all of a sudden dropped from 6 down to 11, well, he might be motivated to resend out emails. This little technique of showing people the top 10, top 20, either also, I would say on your blog and in emails to all the JV partners, has a huge effect on them sending out more and more. Some of the big guys don't like to see themselves in the bottom, just out of pride. They'll send out more. So there's you can, I say, easily double your sales just by doing that. pitting affiliates against each other, have a fun little thing. The whole contest and all that overall, if I wouldn't have had the contest and done all this stuff you've seen so far and just kind of released it, my sales would have been 15%, maybe 20% of what they turned out to be. This matters so much, it's unbelievable. All right, let's keep moving on here. All right, inside the actual system itself, this is how I do it, and this is a system that we created ourselves. We didn't use any software. We've created this over time. We do a lot of cool stuff with these sites. When people, I talked about the upsells, like this is a case for, actually I don't want to show that. Let me click away real quick. Let me undock this. Actually, I'm going to pause this real quick. Yeah, I don't want to obviously show you any type of secret stuff as in admin login information. So let me click back. All right, I click back. Okay, it should be live. All right, we'll skip that. But what the system does is it actually will create membership sites at other sites, at other URLs when somebody buys something in Send Button Profits. So people that bought the I Am Guru or the coaching program, they had their sites automatically created on another domain. And then if they stop paying, this system will actually cut them off. Just like any butterfly type site, it will sit there and it will give the tools and affiliate links right away to a brand new member. And that's what we did. Let me go to my tools page. And the people that are members of this, you can log in and look at this real quick. But actually, I think I wanted to go to the affiliate info page. I wanted to show you that. We also wanted to update inside the tools and the affiliate info page with real-time the points totals too. I think I had stated earlier in this that I've got a couple programs running at the same time, so it's really slowing down my computer, so I apologize for that. It's one of those that started and they've been running and I can't turn them off, so I had to kind of do this call. Okay, here we go. And the tools page is one of my slowest loading on my whole site, so it's doubly slow this time. Yeah, I couldn't turn them off, so I just had to keep them going. We'll fight our way through that. All right, let's see. I'm just going to go to the info page. And another thing you can do is, have a graphics artist that can do a lot of these little buttons, like you see these buttons on the side and all that stuff. Have some available because you want your sites looking good. You want to all of a sudden last minute be adding things. We could have even had we had this graphic. Well, if we would have had time, we would have put this in a graphic. We would have put this whole box in a graphic just to make it look better. We just kind of ran out of time for a lot of extra things that we wanted to do. So here's that top affiliate point leaders again. I show the people their top points, and then down inside the actual site itself, we've got the pre-launch leads, we've got sales, we do all that kind of stuff. This is just a test pay system right here, so that's why there's no points. All right, let's see, what did I want to show? Why don't we get into I think we can go into the admin area now. Well, let's go to the product before we go to the totals. As I had shown you earlier on the JV info page, I kind of explained how I got affiliates in and I explained what they were going to get. And then what happens is 7 days beforehand, we started our pre-launch. Now this is our normal blog. This is what people, when they went at the time, they just went to sendbuttonprofits.com. They saw a squeeze page. That squeeze page promised them, at the very first squeeze page, it promised them some opt-in templates, so some video opt-in templates and a report. Now that report, the very first report, talked about how this, discover how this businessman walked away from a $2 million a year business. Well, the story was about me, and what it does is it helps brand yourself. So people are kind of discovering my story. They're discovering why I walked away from that business, kind of selling the dream about the whole idea of this internet marketing thing, how I've got freedom now. Even though I was an owner before, it really wasn't as much freedom as I wanted. So it's kind of selling the dream. So people opt in to hear about that report. They not only discover stuff about me, but then they also go to this blog. This is where I delivered the report. So in the very first, and what I did first of all is I had 2 posts. I had the first post is answered this question for my list income predictor software. We created software that if people posted, and I gave a little video here, all it does is it takes your list or the list that you're going to create, how many people you add per day, the value of per person, and they click the button, and it shows them how much they make for the year. And it's really simple script. My guys made it no time at all, but it's pretty powerful. It gets them thinking, the subscriber or the customer or the visitor, whatever you want to call them, gets them thinking about how my product can help them, how that can translate into money, in this case money. My report talked about how it would translate into freedom, and I brought up stories of my daughters in the report and what that means to me. So money can mean different things to different people. Well, I wanted to really hit home and get people thinking about what would, in this case, I said a specific number, $2,000 a month mean for you and your family. You know, it's hard economic times right now in the U.S. and in lots of countries. I wanted people to really think about it. What would it matter to them? So what we did is we asked that question, and people had a post. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but down here we had, on this post alone, this blog post alone, 3,833 comments were posted. So I already had this on my blog because in my emails and everything, I sent them this link. So this is a WordPress blog. If you click on this, this gives you an actual link. So I sent them to the actual link all the time, knowing that every time I posted, the next post would go on top of that and top of that and so on. So you can't just give them the /blog, the main blog URL. You want to give them this actual post itself, and you can say, go to this post, answer this question, and you will instantly get access. And how we did that is there's a plugin for WordPress that sends out an email right away to the people when they posted a comment. I can't remember what it's called. Boy, I'm totally spacing on the name of it. But you can just look up, WordPress plugin, comment emailer or email sent for comments or something like that, and you'll get the result. And then here was then that first post that people saw when they went to get the free report. So we had free report link, video opt-ins. Then I actually said, here's that link saying go post the answer to the question. Even though it was right under there, I said go post your answer to that question, get the free software. I put this little retweeter thing. You can look that up too. It's a WordPress plugin. People would retweet these things, meaning they'd post these. So I had 52 people doing that one. I had 51. That's 51 comments on that. 52 of those all over the web on Twitter. Here's actually, we had to quick post this because we broke our blog. We were getting so many comments that they stopped posting all of them because there was one big, huge, massive row of comments. Well, it would not post all the comments, and because it didn't get down to the bottom, it would not show the bottom area where people would then be able to post their answers. So there was a 6-hour window where no one could post answers because it was broken. And there again, it was just a plugin that puts like, I don't even know, 500 comments on each page instead of having all 3,000 on one page. It would break it down into different pages. Then we gave them, people that subscribe, we put up a new opt-in page after about 2.5 days or 3 days into the launch where they could get a video. And this is, again, they opt in with this new video squeeze page on the main URL. They opt in and they see this first. Then in the email they receive, I tell them to go answer answer the question to get my list income software. And then on Sunday, again, we launched on Tuesday. On Sunday, we did another squeeze page that basically says why I was flowing almost 4,000 miles to London, and we did a video and we did the picture there. Now, if you notice, we first did a report that had pictures of me, but no audio, no video. The second one was a screen capture of, so people could hear my voice, but it was, again, just PowerPoints, me doing a screen capture. And the third one was a video of me talking. We had done a video over in London, but people found out why we threw it out at the last minute. I decided to do a talking head type video screen capture. So in this case, they heard me and they saw me. That's all part of branding. People that have taken my course, I talk about why you need to do that. I don't have the time to go into details here, but it's very important for the whole branding process. And if you notice on the top, it says this, get your video opt-in templates. And then we also had, as they became available, we uploaded a new graphic before it would say coming soon here. So actually this one and this one we gave people right away. This one we said coming, whatever the date was, October 1st. And then we changed the graphic to say click here, or here it is, yeah, available October 1st. And we said coming soon. Then as we released it, we changed the click here. And same thing with this, available October 4th. Instead of coming soon, we had actually we never did change that out, did we? Well, that's a mistake. I wonder how that didn't get changed. Looks like what they did is they linked it. I was so busy with my launch, I didn't even notice. That should say click here, because these are both linked to the post, to the videos. So it looks like I made a mistake there. See, no one can do things perfect. And here's your click the answer. This one goes to, if I click that, it would go to that blog post that you saw earlier for the list income. So what this does is this gets your possible buyers, your possible subscribers, whatever they're going to be doing on launch day, it gets them to start wanting your product, to understanding what it is, to understanding why they need it, to get them thinking how it will affect them, how it will affect their lives, how it will affect their families' lives. That is huge. If you can get them, your potential customers, in their mind to sit there and go, oh, that product will solve this problem that I'm having. That's what people want to do. They want to solve problems in their lives. If their dog is not potty trained, well, that's a huge problem. Trust me. I've had puppies. That's a huge problem. I want that solved. I will buy a product that will teach me how to potty train my dog, how to get them to go outside, how to train, different animals, how to get my cars running correctly, how to get in shape, how to lose weight, how to, relieve lower back pain, how to get better sleep, how to make more money. Those are problems that people want to discover, and they will pay money for it. So if you can get people to understand how your product will solve some type of problem, then that's you're way ahead of the game. So that's what this whole pre-launch is all about. And it's also you're driving leads in. I was able to capture 21,000 people on my pre-launch list. Now later on, that list is going to be very, very valuable. It'll be valuable during my launch because those people are going to be getting emails and getting messages from me to buy my product. But then later on, it's going to make me even more money. And I'll talk about that in just a bit. All right. Let's go into and look at numbers. And some of this might not make sense. I'll break it down at the very end. Transactions, we're on the transactions page. We've had refunds, and some of this was testing refunds too. So I'm not sure how many were run through at the very beginning of us just flying through, and you're testing different credit cards and different sales and making sure affiliates are getting all the money. We had 3 people in our office all being organized, all knowing that, okay, this, Kelly would send Leslie the affiliate link. Then Leslie would buy first product and not the second, and then buy the third and not the fourth. And then we'd track back, okay, did Kelly in fact get credit for all of those because it was her affiliate link? So everything, we had all scenarios laid out, and try to be as organized as possible when you're testing your ordering processes, know exactly what's going on. Even that we screwed up. 3 minutes before we launch, one of our girls notices that in the drop-down menu for the states and for the Canadian provinces, we did not have those provinces from Canada. I don't know how we didn't have it. I have no idea. So we had to actually quickly have our coders put that in, and it actually delayed our launch by 20 minutes. I hate being late. I don't know if we've ever been more than 5 minutes late on a launch before, but yeah, we choked that for at least 20 minutes we were late. It was just one of those things that, being in the U.S., we never even thought about, that didn't even occur to us to check. We were just doing the pull-down menu, going right to the state of Wisconsin, doing our credit card and we didn't even notice it. So it's always make sure foreign, international people outside your country can make sales. There's been people that have launched products before where no one in foreign countries could order because they did not have that part of their visa system turned on. So always have someone that's in the know. If you're going to go through like authorize.net to get approval for credit cards, make sure they're checking it out too so they know you've got things set up the correct way. I know we were having problems of people not being able to order. They were putting in their credit card information. Well, it turns out in some countries now, those little codes that you have on the back of a card, I think it's called CVV codes or whatever it's called, well, they need that. So if those are not entered, the order will not go through. Well, we didn't have those at the beginning. We didn't realize that was the case now for some foreign credit cards. So we added that, later on. And that was after a couple of days. We never even realized that that was a problem. So every time you do these, you learn. Keep notes, write down everything. You'll forget things. You'll space on like receipt emails. And that was one of the things we forgot. And rebilling emails and follow-up emails or whatever it may be. Everything you can. I'll tell you right now, you're definitely going to be forgetting things and spacing things. Keep a detailed list, and for the next time that you launch a product, you'll be amazed at how smoothly it goes. All right. Now, this total here, 131, that includes the free plus shipping. That also includes the one-time offer. We had one-time offers for the $97.47, and then it also includes people that bought the first month of $197 for the coaching. But the real money, it comes later, and that's what I'm going to be showing you right now. And I wanted to keep this fairly short and sweet. The big thing was showing you guys how affiliates, how it's important to have a total mapped out launch for just affiliates. Then your product itself to have multiple levels where you can make money, hopefully continuity you can have in there, some upsells, some downsells. That's always important. Another thing is to keep track of everything you do, create master lists. I'm going to show you now the numbers, if I can remember where I put it. And again, this is running slow. Come on. All right, let me slide this up. Okay. All right. Here are the numbers. I have just showed this for the first time on a webinar just a little while ago. My employees haven't even seen these total numbers yet laid out this way. Monthly one, okay, we had a total of 4,200 people buy Send Button Profits. We allowed people to take out from the shopping cart the $47 a month continuity, so we had about 88.5% of the people stay in the system. So that leaves us with 37.17 left over. If those people stick for the average of 3.5 months, I just got off the phone with a webinar with Ryan Lee. He's a master of continuity. He even has a product coming out just next week. I'll be advertising that webinar to you guys, giving you access to that too. It's really good. And he says this number for his sites can be a lot higher. But I've heard that people stick an average of 3.5. Some people quit right away. Some people stick around for a couple of years. Let's just use that 3.5 that other people use. So you times that out by the $47 price, that's $611,000. Now, just so you know, this is not all my money. Affiliates will be getting 40% of that. But that's still a pretty darn good total. So I'll definitely take that. Now, on that credit card page, we had that little square that had people click it, check it, to get that I Am Guru University. It's only $19. It doesn't seem like much, but let me show you those numbers. Continuity 2, 42 4,200 people again to start with. We had about 46%. Click that button and upgrade. That equaled 1,932 people. Then of those, they stick for 3.5 months. It costs $19 a month. That's added now $128,000. I mean, that's pretty huge for just adding one little box. So I want you guys right now to be thinking, when you're launching your products, or you have a sales page, or even a master resale right page, whatever you've got, could you add another little box somewhere where people check it and they get another product? It doesn't have to be a membership site, and it doesn't even have to be continuity. If it can be, it's great, because you can see what the numbers can do. But even if you were to just say that times, say $20, that's going to be almost $4,000. Sorry, $40,000. So say 2,000 times $20, that'll be $40,000. So even if it's just a one-off promotion, that's $40,000 I would have made. But with the continuity, where we're getting even a little higher, 128. All right. On the next one, now these are just continuities. I haven't talked about the one-time offers, and actually the one-time offers, they pretty much paid for all of those prizes that I'm giving out. So that's why I don't even include it. I mean, I could, that 131,000 that you saw earlier, I'm not even counting that, because that's paying for the shipping, the handling, the CD-ROMs, the prizes. That's pretty much a wash. So I'm not even worrying about that. This is just the continuity that's going to come in after this. All right. Third one, 4,200 people. We had 2.62% sign up for that $197 a month right away. It's 110 people times 3.5. That's $75,000. Now, we also had a downsell. That was the one that I had not even put on the original sales page. So affiliates didn't even know about it until later on that I announced it toward the end there. We said, hey, why don't we do a downsell? If they don't go for that, let's give them a 14-day free trial for $9.95. Well, 4,200, we had 8.2% people take us up on that. 344. Now, I don't know the stats on this. This is a total guess. 344 times just saying 50% are going to drop off right away. Just because they didn't want it to start with, and maybe the trial got them in, but we're just going to say they're going to drop off. Bam. We're going to lose them. Half of it right away. So you take half of that 344 times 3.5 months again. Well, that brings in 118,000. That's actually more than what I would have originally made. Just putting in that dumb downsell. That was a last-minute idea. Actually, my copywriter, John Hosser, was kind of pushing for it, saying you need something. And I'm like, at the last minute, okay, well, let's just do this. Well, look at that. I would have made $100,000 less in my launch just from that simple step. So I'm always a big advocate of moving fast, getting things up, and get your opt-in page up or whatever, your product up, and then have maybe one upsell. And if possible, when you have time, add a downsell. Then add a second one-time offer. Then add a second one-time offer downsell. You don't have to have them all ready in the case like I did here. This is a big launch. I don't recommend anyone starting off this way. If I would have started my first site like this, I would have failed miserably because I would not have been able to handle everything. Just because we've got so much experience, we were able to pull this thing off. But we still had our problems. I told you about Canada. We almost totally screwed up this country of Canada. All right, here's the total so far. $934,000. Now, additional cash, what that means is I've got 3 other sites, Barley Book Explosion, Instant Bonus Page, and Hidden Sales Project. We've made already easily an additional, and I just quick work the numbers right now. That's what we're running ahead of our normal monthly totals for those sites. We made an additional $10,000. Other programs, I can see easily $3,000, meaning other programs that I'm rotating on, like these sites or within actual Send Button Profits itself. That's going to be at least $3,000. It could be as high as $10,000, but I wanted to play it conservative, and that's just right now. I mean, that's what I've made so far on these. That number can keep going up. And now also, I told you about having that 20,000 21,000 person email list. Typically, on brand new email lists, you can make about 20,000 per person per month. So that alone is going to make me 20,000 for that first month. And then I said about, even if it crashes and burns, the list crashes and burns, I can make, another 50,000 after that, no problem. So emails alone from that list, 70,000. So part of that, when I'm giving out those prizes, I knew that in the back of my head, that email list, I'll give out all those points, I'll give out all those prizes. Total prizes are going to cost, I think, about $53,000. The DVDs, we sent out about, I think, 30 packages of those. Each one cost me about $100. So what is that? What did I say? 30. What, $3,000? I'm spacing on my math here. I've been doing too many webinars today. So that's a little more money than. Let's see, what else did we give out? Let's see, the prizes. Oh, that's it. And all the commissions and everything, of course, come out of these numbers. But here's the grand total. And again, this is not counting the $130,000 that we brought in, because that's a wash. That'll cover prizes. That'll cover shipping and handling, all that stuff. So we're going to be doing over $1 million. So overall, very successful launch. We had a lot of things go into it. I would say, man, I don't even know, 70% of this number is because of my affiliates, what they did, or more. Yeah, I mean, if I had no affiliates, I would have only done 100,000 or so. I don't even know, 200,000. But with my affiliates, that's how it's going to be over $1 million launch, that product alone. And because that cash flow, then I can do a lot more. I can do work on a lot more projects. I can do a lot more things. I can even hire more employees and expand my business. And again, of this number, let me be totally truthful, I'll be paying out some of those one-time offers, or some of those, I should say, continuities, 40%, the first two, and the third one is paying out 50%. So I'll be making, at least over 50% of this. So very good total. We're very happy with the launch. And that's it, guys. I wanted to just to kind of show you some of the things that we did during our pre-launch. How we got affiliates, why we did the pre-launch, why we did the different things, why we got people to comment on the blog. We want to get them involved. There's a lot of different things. We've been working on this for the product for over a year. We've been all out working on it for about 4 months, 3.5 months, where that's all we did. So overall, could I have done it better? Yeah, you can always do it better. I wanted to send out individual videos to each partner that was making sales and thank them. Put that personal touch on things. I just never had time. But we did pretty good. Our to-do list was hundreds of things long, and we pretty much got them all figured out. Now we're delivering on the continuity. And to tell you the truth, on the continuity, right now, and I'm a big advocate of being truthful with everyone, and especially the people that are the monthly members that you guys are watching this, and the people that are in the coaching program. Liz told me throughout her back, she's been laid up where she can't even do the videos, so we're running behind on delivering all the content that we had promised in the members area for our coaching program. So even though everything's looking good from the outside, we still have a lot of work to do. We definitely will be continuing to send more stuff and more bonuses to everyone, but we've also got a lot more work to do with our monthly people. Those of you that did get in at the beginning and have not received those videos, I do apologize. I'm hoping Liz feels better, that she can even start moving around, because she's got to be up and moving here in a couple of days in Chicago at our live workshop. So this has been a struggle, just because when you have one of your people go down, it's tough when you're not delivering the content. So definitely people that are in the coaching program, we apologize for being late on that. It's just that Liz has been laid up and not been able to do hardly anything. She could barely even do our webinar that we held. When was that? Last Thursday. She was hurting back then even, and it's gotten progressively worse. So supposedly she's feeling better, I think she has those videos up, and they should be loaded. I did just load another Rules of Success audio into the site. You'll have that. You should have Liz's videos here real soon, and I've got another cool training one. The video you're listening to right now, you'll get those inside that coaching program also. Well, guys, that is it. I want to thank you, as always, for being awesome members. You guys are the ones that are taking action, that you're listening to this live or even recorded. I can see we've got over a couple hundred people listening live right now. You guys are awesome. You're the ones that are going to succeed. You know that it takes some work, that you want to learn. You're hungry. You've been on this call almost 1 hour now. Hopefully you've taken a bunch of great notes. Hopefully I've shown you a lot of stuff that you've never seen before, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to be able to use that in your next launch, on your next project, no matter how big or how small it is. As always, we love hearing your comments. If you loved what you heard, let us know. If you hated what you heard today, let us know. We take all feedback serious, good and bad. We're always trying to increase our business, to give better customer service, better information. If this information was too far over your head, let me know. If it wasn't enough, if you wanted more, let me know. We read every piece of email that comes in. It's always best to go through a help desk, because sometimes we don't get the email, it doesn't get delivered, but definitely go through our help desk. That guarantees that it gets to us, and we appreciate any feedback you can give us. Okay, guys, have a great day or night, depending on when you listen to this, and I wish you all the best in your business. See you later. Bye.